finally did it. I upgraded my GoPro Hero 8 to the new GoPro Hero 11, and I'm here to show you the difference.
So I did, as you can tell by the title, I upgraded my GoPro. So what I'm gonna do is just a couple of comparisons, and this is gonna be I think this video is gonna be catering more towards like motor vloggers or people that, you know, record while riding. So I'm gonna cater to this video more towards that. Right now, what we're looking at is I've had many GoPros in my past, but currently the ones I've been using right now this is the GoPro Hero 8, and I'm gonna compare it to the 11. I just felt like that was a necessary upgrade. Usually the way I upgrade things are after, you know, maybe 2 or 3 upgrades, and then I'll upgrade it unless it's like a dramatic change. So from the 8 to the 11, let's see if it's worth it. If it's worth the upgrade. And this is what currently I'm gonna put down on the bottom of the screen which like the quality of the camera and the frames that we are on. That way you don't get lost in figuring out which is which, and you can compare for yourself which one is better, to see if it's even worth upgrading or not. And I'll put the type of view it is. I think I'm just gonna cater to what I normally use. You know, I like the super wide open views. I don't really like anything narrow, so I'm gonna stick with the wide views. And then I know that the 11 has the Hyperview, which I've been looking at it, and I haven't seen it in video yet. So once I edit it, you'll see it, but I don't like that it breaks down the sides of the video. So as I was saying, I don't like that it kind of distorts the video and it looks kind of funky to watch. So I'm gonna show you guys, but I think I'm gonna try to stick with the super view more than the hyper view. But you know, that could change my mind. You know, who doesn't want to see more real estate, basically? So now that you guys see what the 8 looks like, I'm going to change it to the new camera. So this is the new camera. What do we think? Looking spiffy or not? Now, the one thing I'm gonna say about this new camera is that kind of like the interface or the everything about it is a lot smoother for sure. Me maneuvering through you know, recording and non-recording when you're wearing the helmet, you know, all we want to do is just pretty much hit play, right? Turn it on and hit play. And then I've done that. I've been putting up videos and vlogging and recording, and that was like one of my biggest pet peeves, is like with the Hero 8, I would think I hit record and somehow it changed to some different type of setting and whatnot, and even the touch screen was kind of cumbersome. But here, working with it, it's pretty smooth so far. I don't really have any issues with it. As as it stands right now, I haven't even edited it yet. This is kind of first ride with the camera. Nothing has changed. The mounts haven't changed. My audio hasn't changed. All that's changed is the physical camera. And so far with the physical camera, actually, believe it or not, it's a lot fatter than the original one. And you know, I'm shaking my head. You might not see it with the stabilization, but trying to feel if it's a lot heavier on my head versus what the Hero 8 is, because it is a lot lighter. We're not talking about much, but still, if there's something on your head, I think you'll feel it a little more. But how are the colors right now? Do they look nice? Let's see if it's even worth the upgrade, right? Worth $5,999. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a tip. I bought this at Best Buy, and I did not pay $4,999. I actually bought it open box, and I paid like about 300 bucks. All it didn't come with was like the case has that plastic, I mean the paper on it, and that's all it didn't come with. It came with everything else though. So to me, it was worth it. I normally buy things new, but if I could save a couple $100 bucks, why not? So yeah, that'll be a pro tip for you guys. If you see one that's open box, why not? I mean, it's just, I guess someone else just bought it and returned it. Maybe they didn't like it, or they used it for a couple of days. That's what the guy told me, that some people do that. I don't know, that's weird, but so if you decide to get one, I would highly suggest to look at any open box and save yourself a couple $100 bucks, because I don't have any issues right now so far. And you still get to return it if there's any issue. So how's it looking so far? So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna stick with the new 11, and we're gonna see the settings on them and the differences between the views. Right now we're I believe we're 5K, 30 frames, super view, and then the other one was 4K, 30 frames, super view. So we're definitely gonna try all the other views so you can see what it looks like, if it looks funny or not. So let's try the next view. Alright, so this is Hyperview. If I turn, does it look all distorted or not? Or do we look good? Now, we know that the new GoPro has a bigger lens, so it's gonna be able to capture way more. I'm hoping it's, again, I haven't seen the footage, but I'm hoping that it's capturing, you know, myself and, I mean, the bike and the view. And this is what I want from the GoPro, is to be able to capture ahead of me and the bike, because I ride motorcycles, and I would like people to see the bike as well. Let's see as well if there's a difference in the stabilization from the 8 to the 10. You know, I'm thinking if you have a 9 or a 10, I wouldn't say, unless you got the money and you don't really care, then the 11 is a viable option. Like, go ahead. But from the 8 to 11, I think that's a nice improvement in video quality and etc. But from the, if I had the 10, I wouldn't even bother looking at the 11. I'll be honest with you. And I felt like my videos came out decently on the 8. The only reason I upgraded was because when I was looking into it, I saw that there was an open box one, and I was curious. And I figured, you know, roughly $300 versus the 5s, it's not too bad. So that's why I decided to do that. But how does it look with the Hyperview? Are we able to capture more or what? Pretty cool. You know what? I don't know if the other one, I never bothered looking. I was going through the settings on this one, but there's a cinematic view, which I'm kind of curious to try. So this is that cinematic view. How we're looking. So I kind of took this, I'm taking the GoPro out just around the block, kind of around the town, and I want to see what the difference is. So I'm gonna be heading back home to see the differences, to get a little more perspective, in my opinion, to see if it's even a noticeable difference where it's worth the money, or maybe I can return it. I don't think I'm gonna return it, but
so as I was editing and taking a look at the footage of me riding, and I noticed the difference already in quality. The GoPro Hero 8 is great. I think if you're trying to save some money, the GoPro Hero 8 it's good enough for what it is right now currently, and it shoots to 4K. But of course, if you have a little bit of extra cash, the 11 is going to be your best bet. Watching the footage, I can tell already that the colors are more brighter. It's capturing a lot more, and right now, as you saw in some of these videos or on the footage I have, the super view is great. The ultra view is awesome when you're driving. The ultra view is awesome when you're going in a straight line, but the moment that you start turning your head left and right, it's distorted and you can kind of see it. I'll be honest with you, I'm watching the footage and I'm getting dizzy myself. So I don't know if it's good for the viewer, but it is nice that you're able to see you know, everything, the bike and everything above. So that's a nice feature to have. It's pretty great. Size comparison, I mean, the 8 is definitely smaller than the 11, and but this is how I have it mounted on my helmet. Remember, I do videos on motorcycles, so all my videos are gonna cater more towards, you know, how it feels like with the motorcycle, or how it looks like with the motorcycle. The one thing that I've always hated about the GoPros is that the battery life kind of sucks. And I noticed here with this new one, if we compare batteries, the battery is way bigger, and definitely gonna give us more life. I don't know if you can see it there. 1200 milliamp hours versus 17. So we're gonna get a nice bump. Hopefully it shows. I mean, it's gonna need it with those double screens. But I was using the Hero 8, and thus far it's been doing what I needed it to do. It took care of the footage, it recorded. I did notice that breaking down the files from the new GoPro versus the old GoPro, it was a lot better. It wasn't broken down in many files. It was kind of, and I like that. I hated the whole having to find each file. It was kind of annoying on the GoPro. I mean, if you edit with GoPro, you understand. But so far, I'm liking it. It's been doing what I like it to do. What I like about it the most is that the ease of use is really nice. The touch is really good compared to the 8. The 8 always gave me a little bit of fight back. Like I would scroll and it would kind of over scroll. And yeah, so the 11 is definitely a nice upgrade. I've already said that maybe if you hear it in the video, that going from like a 10 to the 11 or a 9 to 11, I probably wouldn't do it. But maybe from an 8 to 11, definitely more improvements, more stabilization, just better processing. So you're gonna get better quality with the 11 versus the 8. I normally don't upgrade my product right away. I usually give it a little time to get more. Like from the 8, I wouldn't jump to the 9 or the 10. I was waiting for the next one, which is the 11, and I was definitely gonna give that a shot. And it's definitely worth it. It looks great already, as you saw in the footage. Tried the Ultra View, which is great, and it does what I needed to do, which is captures everything, but it distorts the video and it looks kind of weird. And then especially when you're viewing, it gives you a little bit of, I don't know, it just looks weird how it's cut off, and you can see it in that video that I put in the comparison. And then I tried the cinematic view, which kind of cut everything down. I didn't like that so much, since you can't even see the bike, you can't even see anything. I think what I'm gonna stick with is the super view, and going forward in my next couple videos, you'll see me use that, and I'll dabble with the ultra view, just because it gives you a little more, and see how I can utilize that towards my future videos. I didn't want to get too in depth with the camera and the settings. There's many videos that you can get out there. I just wanted to show my side when it comes down to moto vlogging or riding with the while recording. That's kind of what my channel's more. Mine's more automotive, motorcycle. Even though you see more motorcycle than automotive. Automotive will come in the near future. But if you liked any of my videos so far, or if you like this one, feel free to support me by subscribing, you know, maybe liking the video. That way, you know, I could keep on making these videos. To me, they're fun, and I try to give you as much information as I possibly can. My videos are more kind of, they show you. I don't want to get into depth. I'm not a tech whiz. I know some stuff, but I feel like it takes away from the video. Most people just want to watch and see it and not really get explained too much. If I ever decide to get in depth with the camera and give you my settings, I could do that for one of the future videos if you like. Write down in the comments, you know, your thoughts, what you think about the Ultra View and the Super View, which one's better. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching my video. Bye.